And good morning. Welcome to Focus on Stafford County, our once-a-month visit with our friends from the South. Joining us in studio today, and a treat for me because it's Ryan Russell, solo today, man.
Yep.
The new executive director of Stafford County Economic Development. You got a few things going on, don't you?
Yeah, just a few.
Well, we've given you this update as we've been talking about it for a while now. The child care provider now in St. John, and you got an event coming up here at the end of the month, Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we have some exciting news, actually. We have two sides of that child care center. Or no, it's not a center, it's a facility. We have to use the right verbiage. Sorry.
Exactly.
I don't want to get in trouble by calling it what it's not.
Okay.
But we had two sides of that building for two different child care providers, and we just filled the second side. So Glenna Willinger is moving in now. She'll start September 4th, so we'll have both sides full. So that is happening. So that's very exciting. So we now have two child care providers filling that center facility. And then we're going to be doing a Become a Child Care Provider event, and that will be in Stafford City on August 29th. And we've invited a Child Care Aware, the licensing people who give licenses for child care providers, and there's some other people that provide other programs for child care providers to help them get started. And we're trying to get child care providers in Stafford and Maxville and get those things off the ground. And we're also inviting anybody else from the other counties that are around that also have childcare needs that would like to come to the event. And so it's free. They can come and listen and learn about how to open their own child care, home care facility, or whatever else type of facility you can do.
Well, that's one of the things. We need child care, but sometimes you don't give instruction manuals on how to get started and the process you have to go through. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So, and we're wanting to get some people going to get to that point to where they're confident to get started and have that explanation. We've had people come and say they want to do it. They don't know where to get started. And so we want to just provide that service.
How'd you hook up with this? I mean, that's pretty good. Get somebody to come down here to Stafford County.
Well, we have our the person does their licenses, so we know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
And then Child Care Aware is an organization that supports child care providers with basically training them, helping them get started, helping them find grants to get started. And so they've been really great. We've gotten a grant from Child Care Aware for the facility we have in St. John,
mm-hmm.
and they've been really great to work with. And so I'm thankful for Jessica, who's in charge of that, and Trisha Green, who is from the extension office from the region, and she's working with Child Care Aware as well. And so it's been really great to work with them.
Okay, the details on that again? On
August 29th, it's in Stafford. I'll have more details available online where people can sign up and let us know how many will be there. And it's from 6 to 8 p.m. on the 29th in Stafford.
Well, this is really neat that we have both sides of the, what do we call it, a child care facility? Is that the right way to?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
home facilities, there's group homes, and then there's centers. And so I usually say facility because it kind of just covers everything.
Okay,
but, yeah.
okay, very good. But to have both sides, so how many children will be watched in these two facilities then?
It depends on, it's kind of depends on age group that they get, whether they get infants or that sort of thing. So generally it's between 8 to 10 kids.
Are they full?
Logan, who does Happy Hearts, she still have slots open,
Mm-hmm.
but Glenna had a home daycare before.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's moving her kids into our place. Because her father needs a place to stay. He's getting older, and then her house isn't set up for it, and so she needs a place to put the kids. So we're helping her get her continued to operate.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's great because that's been an ongoing saga. And of course, it is for a lot of most communities across Kansas. And that's one step down, still a lot more work to go. But with these programs that you have coming in, how did get through it. I mean, people know many times are good child care providers, but just knowing the red tape you got to get through to get started. So great idea there. You're doing for a lot of things right now.
Yep.
With your new position, and one of them, nonprofit board training, September 16th.
Yeah. So we're having a lady that comes from the nonprofit chamber. It's kind of a newer thing. And she's going to come and do a full day training on September 16th is on a Saturday. That'll be at St. John Annex facility that we have in St. John. And we're asking nonprofit board members who are aspiring board members or on boards that come. And she does a full training that talks about how to be a good board member, how to even deal with nonprofit finance, how to set up a board. She does all of that stuff. And so I've not been here very long, but I saw that there's a lot of nonprofit boards in our county, and I thought this would be a good service for them to kind of get some maybe a brush up on their knowledge of how to run a nonprofit and people to understand how to operate a board effectively. And so it's a service that she provides. We'll be hosting that, and so that'll be great. And it'll be a full day. Lunch will be included, and I'll be also announcing signups for that as well soon.
Okay, very well. Where can they find this on the website for?
Yeah, our website. We have a blog on our website.
Okay,
and then we also have a Facebook page that we
check it
announce
out.
Everything.
Okay, Ryan Russell in with us, the Executive Director for Stafford County Economic Development. We'll have more of the show coming up right after this. Ryan Russell with us, Executive Director, Stafford County Economic Development, joining us in studio today. Okay, more education for you, okay? Not for you, but for other people. Grant writing certification scholarships, Fort Hays State's 8-week program. Another great opportunity here, Ryan.
Yeah. Also, again, we have limited resources as an organization. We provide grant writing training or grant writing for organizations in our community, but we have a limited amount of ability to meet all those needs. And so I thought it would be good for people to be able to take some of these courses to be grant writers. There's one in Fort Hays State, an 8-week program. It's online, starts September 6th. And then there's another one put on by Nancy Daniels. It's a one-day grant writing course in Dodge City on September 26th and 27th. We're actually providing scholarships to these trainings. So people can, I have an application process. They can apply for the grant. They're full or partial scholarships, and they can go to these trainings. And I thought it would be great to have as many people that can write grants in our county as possible to get educated in that and to help me, but also help themselves and help their organizations. And our good partner, Network Kansas, has provided some funding to us in our county to send people to these trainings.
Seems like you've done a lot of networking in your short time here.
I've been talking to a lot of people. Yes. Luckily, I started at the right time where all these events are happening in the summertime, and us being able to talk to a lot of people that have resources. And so this is perfect time for me to set up some of this stuff. And and Network Kansas was happy to fund us to do this as well. And so people can contact me directly, and we have information already on our website about this, and we've also announced it on our Facebook page as well.
Excellent. Okay. Tell me about this grant that was approved for housing. What is this? And give us a housing update.
Yeah, so we're actually finishing up the 2 final houses that we have to build in Maxville. Those will be done this week. This week they'll be completely finished. And then last Friday we found out that we got more grant money. We were approved by MIH to build an additional 9 houses. And so
an additional 9 houses?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we had applied in the fall, and they had come back to us and told us to tweak a few things and resubmit. And so we did that on June 2nd. We resubmitted. Felt pretty strong about it because we have matching money and support from our local bank. St. John National Bank is really great. They support us a lot with a lot of our housing builds. They were really good to us. And then the county and the cities of St. John and Stafford are also putting up some money as part of the matching money to be provided for this program. And then MIH is giving us an additional amount of money. And then we'll be able to build these 9 houses. Some of them will rent out. They're middle income. They're not low income. They're middle income. Some of them will be able to rent out. Some of them we're going to build and sell. And so we're looking for people that are actually looking to buy houses. And so we'll build a house for them. They'll buy it from us. And we'll have money to have a revolving fund to keep building houses. And so that's kind of the plan is we got this money. We're building houses. We're going to sell. We're going to keep building houses and keep it rolling.
It's really incredible to see because before these houses started going up, there hadn't been a new house in Stafford County in years.
Yeah.
And now you've got 9 new ones with 9 new ones on the way.
Yeah. And it's really exciting. We actually have some people building houses in our county, individual houses. We have a group that are building 2 houses right now. We're really excited about that. Near the school, there's 2 houses being built, not by us, but somebody else, other investors in the community. We're excited about that. We really like it that other people are building houses, and we're encouraging anybody that wants to build a house, build it. We need it more houses. So if you are an investor in Stafford County, build a house. We need houses.
MIH, what organization's that?
It's a government organization.
Okay, yeah. All right, okay.
Yeah.
MIH.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know where these 9 homes are going to go yet, or do you still looking for obviously locations and land and things like that?
We have the land already.
Okay.
So St. John and Stafford both have land banks, and so St. John has given us 4 plots. They'll be giving us 4 plots of land to build houses in the city, and then Stafford is going to give us 5 to build 5 houses. So that's the plan.
Man, that is exciting news right now. So that's quite a housing update.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Tell me about the EPIC project.
Yeah, so we're working with basically Kansas Arts with Kansas Commerce. We've been going through a program. We had a committee that formed. We've been doing these monthly meetings that formulate this idea for this project to make a placemaking project. And so it's a place for the community. People can come together and, have an identity for the community and things like that. And so we're focused on Stafford mainly, but we'll be doing some stuff in Maxville and St. John as well. But Stafford is the gateway to Quivira. And so our theme for this project is called A Refuge to Explore. And so we wanted to do something that's attached to Quivira to invite people to our county to see Quivira, but also to enjoy the different cities in our county as well. And so Stafford is doing a project downtown where they're going to be doing a band shell, some pollinators where the monarch butterflies can come and eat, and they're going to put some benches in and some banners on the poles that have whooping cranes, sandhill cranes, and we're just doing some different things in the downtown area to build a space for events, for them to have events. And they do the Oktoberfest every October, and it's a really big event. And we're hopefully going to be also building a tourism website for the county and also invite tour companies to bring people to do tours, bird watching, monarch butterfly watching in the spring as a kind of a culmination of this project after we build it out.
People are amazed. I know I am when we talked with Curtis Wolf, Kansas Wetlands Education Center every month. The number of visitors that come through this area stop to do this. I'm not I'm not an avid birder unless I'm sitting in my backyard. That's got to let people know where they can go when they're going to visit Quivira.
Yeah, Quivira is really interesting because there's fishing there. There's also hunting. You can do hunting as well. But really if you go out to Quivira to the entrance, there's nothing. It's farmland from all sides and stuff like that. And I was a little shocked it being kind of like a national wetlands of importance that there's no commerce around Quivira at all. And so people go out there. I've had people say, oh, we know Quivira, it's really wonderful, but we go out there, there's nowhere to eat, nowhere to drink. And so there's nothing right there, but there is, within a few miles there's Stafford. Hudson is nearby. There are cities that are nearby. But I want to challenge people in Stafford County. There is opportunity to build either the hunters who have the hunting lodges, or somebody to build a convenience store out there near Quivira, or something like that I think would really work to make some money. I know there are mixed feelings about Quivira by different groups in the county, but there is opportunity to be able to make some money off of Quivira as a tourist destination.
Ryan Russell with us, Executive Director, Stafford County Economic Development. We will be back with more right after this. Ryan Russell with us here. You got a lot of information here. You've been busy.
I have been busy.
Hit the ground running, right?
Trying.
Yes. Commercial kitchen.
Yes. We are going to be licensing the kitchen at the Stafford County Annex in St. John. That kitchen was basically built to be a commercial kitchen. It's a little bit smallish, so we might be expanding the size of it. Mm-hmm. But it can be licensed the way it is right now. And so I'm going to get it licensed to be a commercial kitchen. We have some businesses locally that have home businesses that do canning. They do different types of food at home to sell. But the difference between having a commercial kitchen and not is they have to sell anything that they make and be in person. So they have to be there to sell it. With a commercial kitchen, they can sell it without being there, which means they can distribute it. They can sell it online. They can do different things. They can have a license to sell it anywhere without their presence. And so there's also elements to the amount that they can do. A commercial kitchen allows them to actually create more product and do more things with it. And so we're trying to encourage people to make value-added products in our county. Later, I'm going to be doing a program that's going to get connected to this that will educate people about how to do some of these food businesses, and also bring in Land of Kansas to do education on licensing, labeling. I'm going to bring somebody in to do packaging. I'm going to bring somebody in to do marketing. That's going to help us create some of these products, because we have places like Hudson Cream Flour, which makes amazing flour. We have a lot of farmers that have different products that they create, but we really don't have anything that's like value added that can increase the value of the product to sell it widely. So that's kind of my goal.
Well, you've got a lot of things going on right now. So what's the biggest thing you've learned here in your few months that you've been associated with Stafford County Economic Development?
I've just been amazed at the businesses that do exist in our county. We have some really good businesses. We need to expand those businesses and bring in businesses that come alongside those businesses that support them. And so there's really good people, really good resources, and just trying to figure out ways to utilize the resources we already have.
Well, keep up the good work, man. You've, like I said, hit the ground running, Ron. You got a lot of things going on. People can find more on the Stafford Eco Devo page and Facebook. Make sure you like it. Get information on all these neat things coming up. Want to learn how to write a grant? Yeah, way to do that. You want to become a better nonprofit board member? Yeah, you can do that. Want to learn how to become a child care provider? Yeah, information on how to do that. Ryan, great job. We'll see you next month.
Thanks, Steve.
Ryan Russell with us here on Focus on Stafford County here on KVGB.